filtration and the other aspects. So, before starting with the theory of filtration, first we should know what is the scheme diagram of filtration. Through this, we can understand the basic rule for the filtration. Okay. So, in this, what we can see is there is a filter medium. Filter media is there. Okay, and suspension or the slurry, it passes through filter media, and uh, there is a driven force across the filter medium. Okay, so in this diagram we can see the driven force is there, that is shown by a pressure drop. Okay, and the rate Q is that is filtration flow rate is shown by Q. Okay, now same thing we can study through this, that is uh, the basic rule for the flow of liquid through filter can be shown by the rate. Rate is equal to driven force divided by resistance. Okay, so that is the rate of filtration is directly proportional to the driven force and inversely proportional to the resistance. Okay, that means if more is the driven force, more will be the rate of filtration. If more is the resistance, then less will be the rate of filtration. Now, rate is usually expressed as volume per unit time. Okay, and in this driven force is usually, in this also we have discussed, the pressure drop delta P is the driven force. So if more is the driven force, more will be the rate of the filtration. Okay, so now driven force is usually expressed as a pressure in the upper stream minus pressure in the lower stream. Now in this diagram, what we can see here, the two levels are shown, that is just above the filter media and just below the filter media. That is the pressure just above the filter media and pressure just below the filter media. So if there is a difference between the pressure that is in the upper stream and the lower stream, then the rate will be more. Okay, so driven force is equal to pressure in upstream, pressure in down minus pressure in downstream. Okay, so that means if we want to improve the rate of filtration, we can create a pressure drop across the filter media and we can improve the rate of filtration by this way. Okay, next is resistance, which is inversely proportional to rate of filtration. So it is not constant every time. It depends on, again, the type of filtration which we are using. There are several parameters, like it increases with the deposition of solid, that is thickness of filter cake. If more is the thicker filter cake, more will be the resistance. Okay, so uh, all these parameters, they will reduce the rate of filtration. Okay, now in this we can see driven force is delta P or pressure drop, and resistance is just because of filter cake, filter media and viscosity. So these three parameters, that are viscosity of liquid, then the filter cake and the filter media. All these three are the parameter which will affect the resistance, or they are responsible for creating a resistance during the filtration process. Okay. Next, the rate of filtration we can study through the Darcy's law, or we can say the factors affecting filtration are given, or they are uh, governed by Darcy's law. Okay, so here we can see the, this rate of filtration, that is dV upon dt is equal to K A delta P upon muse per L. So that means now in this particular equation, this is our Darcy's equation. So according to this, V is the volume of filtrate, T is the time of filtration. Then, so dV upon dt is the rate of filtration, where K is the constant for filter media and filter cake. So basically, it is a uh, filtration coefficient. In this, we will discuss in the next class. The permeability coefficient K. K is a permeability coefficient, and A is the area of the filter media. Then P is pressure drop across the filter media and filter cake. This we have already discussed. And mu is the viscosity of the filtrate and L is the thickness of the cake. That means these are the parameters which will affect the rate of filtration. For example, A. A is surface area. If more is the surface area, faster is the filtration. If less is the surface area, lower is the filtration. In this we can see rate of filtration is directly proportional to A, that is surface area. So if we increase the surface area, the rate of filtration automatically will increase. Okay. Then pressure P is a delta P is a pressure drop. So as we have discussed previously, driven force is created by pressure drop. Pressure drop across the filter media and filter cake. If the more is the pressure drop, faster will be the uh, rate of filtration. Now, how we can increase the pressure drop? Either by imparting positive pressure or by imparting negative pressure. So two ways are there. Okay. Next is viscosity of filtrate. Now, uh, as we all know that flow of liquid, if uh, more viscous or more if the liquid is having more consistency, it produces more resistance to the flow. So mu is inversely proportional to the rate of filtration and cake thickness. As the filtration goes on, the thickness of the cake it goes on increasing. So that is the reason why the rate of filtration it is not steady. It continuously it goes on decreasing just because of increase in the thickness of the cake. Okay, so we'll discuss it in more detail. Permeability coefficient K, uh, it represents the resistance of filter medium and the filter cake. If more the resistance, then as the thickness increases, the rate of filtration decrease. So as the thickness of the cake increases, the rate of filtration and the surface area of particle will decrease. The porosity of the cake, the rigidity of the cake, all these they are the factor. Okay. Next is pressure drop. We have already discussed this thing. The rate of filtration is proportional to the pressure difference. So pressure drop can be achieved by first is gravity, vacuum, pressure, and centrifugation force. So what is gravity? The pressure difference could be obtained by maintaining head of slurry over the filter media. That is, if the head of slurry will create a positive pressure uh, on the filter media. Okay, and vacuum, we all know that if we produce a negative pressure below the filter media uh, through the vacuum pump, it will create a pressure difference. Now, the third way of providing pressure drop is by simply uh, pump the slurry into the filter under the pressure. That is, we just apply pressure over the slurry. Okay, and the last one is centrifugation. The gravitational force could be replaced by centrifugation force. in the particle separation. We all know the centrifugation force will help in the separation of solid and liquid. That is, we just can separate solid from the liquid by centrifugal force. But here we can also use this centrifugal force for the filtration purpose. So it will just help in removing the solid from the liquid. Okay, viscosity. So increase in viscosity of filtrate will increase the resistance to the flow, and therefore it will decrease the rate of filtration. Okay. Now there is we can overcome this problem by two ways. We can increase the temperature of the liquid, or we can as we know that rate of filtration is also dependent on temperature. If we use a higher temperature or we increase the temperature of slurry, the viscosity will decrease. Okay, but it cannot be used for thermolabile material. Okay, or the second way is to dilution. That is, we can dilute the slurry and then we can do the filtration. Okay, so viscosity problem because of viscosity can be overcome by two ways: by increasing temperature or by diluting the slurry. Next is thickness of the filter cake. So this thickness can be overcome by removing the this filter cake. Okay. In the continuous filter, you must have seen the rotary drum filter. There is a provision of attaching a blade, and the blade will remove the filter cake, and then continuously the filtration can be done. So that is, we can improve the rate of filtration by removing the filter cake in continuous filters. Okay, or by decantation. Preliminary decantation can remove the amount of solid, and then we can get a faster rate of filtration. Okay, so this is all about the rate of filtration. Okay, theory of filtration. Okay. So in the last class, we have also discussed this particular thing, that is property of solid, property of liquid, property of solid in slurry. All these, they are the factors which will affect then objective and temperature. So now you will be easily able to correlate these factors like particle size, shape, charges, density, particle size distribution, then density of the liquid, viscosity of the liquid. As we have already discussed, mu is a coefficient of viscosity that causes resistance to the flow, and because of that, resistance in the rate of filtration is created. Okay, so all these we have already discussed. Next, based on this, in industries, filters can be gravity filters, vacuum filter, pressure filter, and centrifugation filter. So gravity filter, basically they separates the liquid based on the density of the solid. Um, so they work upon the atmospheric pressure. जो normal atmospheric pressure होता है उस पे काम करते हैं ये. We do not apply pressure, or we do not apply vacuum in these type of filters. Okay, so they work on atmospheric pressure. So examples, they are like sand filters, rotary drum gravity filters. Okay, so in rotary drum gravity filter, we do not use vacuum. Okay, so these are the gravity filters. Next is vacuum filter. We attach vacuum to vacuum pump, which creates a negative pressure below the filter media. Okay, So at the same time, just above the filter media, there is atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure and negative pressure creates a pressure difference. Okay, so vacuum filtration, you must have heard about it. This can be done in laboratory very easily. Mostly vacuum filtration is used whenever the pore size of filter media is very small, especially in case of membrane filtration. Okay, or filtration used for sterilization. We need to do it through vacuum pump. Okay, so vacuum is created behind the filter media, which causes atmospheric pressure in front of the filter media to drive the slurry through the media. Okay, so next is pressure filters. So in this, the feed slurry is introduced into filter under pressure and forced through the filter media. That is, we apply pressure over the slurry just to improve the rate of filtration. Okay, so you must have studied in the B Farm level the plate and frame filters. Okay, or filter press. Filter press is based on the same principle. Okay, series of plates are there and filter media is the usually cloth is there and forcefully the slurry is passed through the plate and frame type filter press. Okay, in the last class we were discussing about the mechanism of filtration. So there are four different type of mechanism: staining, impigment, impigment, then entanglement, then attractive force. So in this we can see these are the different ways how the filtration. So staining, simply it is quite same as we filter tea at home. So staining is just a simple mechanism. Now, so similar to sieving, staining is similar to sieving. Particles of larger size, they are retained over the filter media. They cannot pass through the small pores of filter media. Now, in case of impingement, solid, they have a movement more along the path of the stream flow and strikes the filter media. Thus, the solid is retained on the filter media. In this, we can see in the second image, we can see the particle they strike to the filter media and they remain there after this. Okay, then the depth filter generally they show entanglement type mechanism. Attractive force. So the solids are retained on filter media as a result of attractive force between the particle and the filter media, just because of electrostatic forces. Okay, so these are the mechanisms. Now in this diagram also you can see the A is your screen filters, B is your depth filters. Now this is the membrane filter, membrane filters. Membrane we generally use for sterilization. Generally, they are made up of nitrocellulose or polysulfones. They are the pore size is controlled by polymerization reaction. Okay, so different variety of membrane filters they are available. for the removal of bacteria, for the removal of virus. Okay, so mainly they are used for sterilization. So this is the diagram showing the difference between the surface filter and depth filtration. Okay, so what you can see here is the surface filter, they work just as the screen. Okay, and they retain the particles which are bigger, slightly bigger than the pore size of the membrane. Whereas the depth filter, they entangle the particles. Okay. Um, so, in the last class we were discussing between the difference between the surface filtration and the depth filters. That time I was not able to attach the image, so you can see here the difference between the surface filters and the depth filters. Generally, depth filters, they are made up of asbestos or glass fibers. Um, the particles, they are trapped between the fibers, and usually glass wool or cotton wool, generally they are used for clarification purpose. Okay, just to remove the fine dust particle present in the preparation. So depth filters, they are used for this purpose. Next, the other part of type of filter is nucleopore filters. So polycarbonate films, they are formulated or they are prepared by nuclear radiation and chemical etching cause the hole in the sheet. In this you can see this image, the sheet with a hole you can see easily. Okay, so polycarbonate films, they are formed by uh, radiation, nuclear radiation method or and chemical etching method. Okay. Next is syringe filters. These syringe filters, they are used for small scale purposes. They are disposable membrane filters, and so small amount of liquids, they can be sterilized by this, or we can say thermolabile preparations, they can be sterilized by this method. And the last one is centrifugal filtration. So you have already studied about the centrifugation. Centrifugation is a technique that help in separate mixture by applying centrifugation force. So centrifugation is a process which is used for separating the solid from the liquid by applying centrifugal force. So you must have used this particular instrument in the laboratory just to remove solid from the liquid. So basically in this the device is there which is electrically driven, and there is a rotor which rotates. The articles, they are prone to centrifugal force. So now the same basic principle we can use for filtration. So centrifugal filtration is the removal of liquid from the slurry by introducing the slurry into a rapid rotating basket. So in this, for filtration we are using centrifugal force, uh, which will help us in removing the slurry or liquid from the solid. So that means in centrifugation, filter media is not there, but in case of centrifugal filtration, we use a filter media. So filter media helps in retaining whatever the solid which we want to remove. Okay, and the slurry is separated. Oh, sorry, filtrate is separated on the other side. Okay, so the removal of liquid from the slurry by introducing mm, the slurry into the rotating basket. Okay, So this you can understand easily through this diagram. Now the basic application of centrifugal filtration, we can compare it with the washing machine. The principle of centrifugal filtration is used in washing machine, like just to remove water from the clothes. Okay, so mm, we place the wet clothes in the basket, and that basket it rotates, and through the centrifugal process of centrifugation, water is removed from the basket outside, and only dry clothes they remain in the basket. Okay, so we can easily understand this process of centrifugal filtration with the help of washing machine. Okay, so in this diagram what you can see is uh, basket is there, usually basket is there, and then uh, there is a filter media. Okay, the whole basket it rotates, and filtrate it passes through the filter media, whereas solid it gets deposited over the filter media. Okay, so now in this diagram we can see it is a continuous process. Why? Because simultaneously water is removed from the particular basket. So this is all for today's. Now, for centrifugation, you must have used this centrifugation machine. Okay, we use tubes for centrifugation. We use to separate the things by this. Okay, so this is all for this particular topic. So we have completed filtration topic today.